guys, I am going to be taking you along with me tonight to do some nighttime deliveries. It's about 7:30 and I've had some people ask me about delivering at night, some tips, especially if you have to deliver to an apartment at night. They are hard to see. I can definitely agree with that. I do, which I've showed you guys this in a video about 3 months ago that I made. My flashlight, this tiny flashlight, you can see it compared to my pepper spray, how little it is, but it is very powerful. I'm sure we're gonna run into an apartment tonight because I live in apartment land, and I can show you guys how powerful this is. When I pull up to a building, usually the pinpoint will kind of take you there, typically, not always, but if it gets you in the vicinity or you use a map to kind of get you in the vicinity, I can shoot this thing right from my window to the building where typically a building number or an address or apartment numbers would be, so I can see it. If it's not that building, then I can move forward. Of course, you want to be mindful if there's anybody around because this thing can blind you. It's pretty bright. So, and then of course I carry my pepper spray with me at all times because safety, even during the day, you just never know, and especially at night. And I have it on this wristlet, and I've showed you guys this before, so I have it right in hand. I know how to utilize it without even looking, because if you're in a situation, you want to be able to access this very quick. If it's in a pocket, that ain't gonna do you no good, an animal or a person. So I can just grab it and know where the trigger is, and you have that, and also the flashlight right at your grip. So I have the links down below for both of these that I carry with me all the time. Of course, if you use my links, I so appreciate it. It helps support the channel, and we're gonna see what we can get tonight. And yeah, let me turn on the apps. I'm trying to think if there was anything else. Oh, and I have my reflective jacket on, of course you guys can see. I just got this. I've been wanting one for a while, so this is definitely nice to be seen at night for safety reasons. If you're having to walk across the street to get to a house or an apartment, this definitely helps, as well as these. So let's go ahead and get the app turned on. I'm gonna start with GrubHub. I'm gonna go ahead and toggle GrubHub on, and we'll see who brings us the first order for tonight. All right, GrubHub is on. I'm gonna go ahead and go to Ubereats, get Ubereats turned on. And I've already been out doing some deliveries, but the sun's going down, and like I said, I've had requests, so I've done videos in the past of me doing deliveries at night. So I am gonna go ahead and hit the go button. Oh, it wants a photo, so I gotta take a photo real quick. All right, Ubereats is on, and now of course DoorDash. Get DoorDash turned on, and I should definitely be able to easily get on. So, and it looks like there's peak pay for DoorDash, $2. So I'm gonna go ahead and dash now. I'm just gonna say till 9:30, charge phone, enough gas, red card, hot bag, start dashing. And I'm getting an offer from GrubHub already. So DoorDash is on. I'm gonna go back to GrubHub, and it is Burger King. $8.69 for 1.6 miles. That is an accept, and Ubereats is coming in. Oh no, that's in Portland. I am not going out there. $15.45, 12.3 miles. That is a decline. Especially, you know, I'm very mindful of the area that I deliver in, especially at night, but I like to stay in my area, my vicinity. One, because I'm familiar with it, and two, I'm comfortable out here. And now I'm getting another offer. DoorDash, 7.2 miles, $9.75. No, and I'm just going to decline that, and we're gonna run next door. I'm gonna leave my apps on because it's low miles, so hopefully I can catch something else while I'm picking up the order at Burger King. All right, guys. All right, guys, it already begins. Delivering at night, Burger King, can you take a guess? Lobby's closed, so I am going through the drive-thru. Let me check in with them. And I got an Uber Eats coming in.
Thank you for choosing Burger King. How can I help you?
Hi there, I have a GrubHub pickup And it's for Jocelyn M.
Okay, go and drive forward.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, I passed up the intercom. I had a Walmart order coming in, and you guys already know for me, that is an automatic decline. It was for $9.97, 5.7 miles, so that's an absolute no. Yeah, so with the late night deliveries, so like I said, it's 7:44 right now. They start closing the lobbies, and the later it gets, the longer the lines get, and it just, to me, when the lines are long and you get stuck in one of those lines and it ain't moving at night, it just ain't worth it. Because a lot of the restaurants close down, you know, and then it's just the fast foods open. And so I have stayed out late delivering before. Typically now I'm out here 8, 9, unless the orders are rolling in like crazy and I can't refuse them. So but typically I'm in by 8, 9-ish, 9:30-ish, somewhere around there these days. So hopefully we can get this order and get to moving here. Hi.
Hello.
Awesome. Thank you. You too. All right, I got the order. I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the hot bag. And I just got another order from Ubereats, which is, and I hope it's both at the same restaurant, $14.23. It is 2 orders, 4.5 miles. So we're gonna head over there next after I drop this order off. I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the trunk real quick. All right, and it begins. We're starting it off with an apartment. It's still, you know, the sun's still kind of going down. It's not quite dark yet. I'm sure I can still see the apartment numbers, but customer is 6 minutes, 1.4 miles. We're gonna go get this order dropped off, and then we're gonna go pick up the next order that we have waiting for us with Ubereats. All right, GrubHub order is dropped off. Like I said, it's an apartment complex. The GPS pinpoint took me right to the building, so very easy to find. It had like the building number, and then it had the apartments listed. One of the apartment complexes that I like because it's very clear and easy to find. The only thing is that when I walked into what looks to be the first floor, it wasn't. I had to go down some stairs underneath, but it was pretty obvious. So they got the order. We're on to get the Ubereats order.
Yeah.
Oh, I have a Ubereats pickup for a new. I think it's, is it that one?
Sorry?
A new Ubereats?
No, Ubereats?
Yes, I think it's that one.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect. All right, order was ready, which is always awesome. And the second pickup is literally right around the corner. It says 2 minutes, but I think it's less than 2 minutes. It is for a Vietnamese restaurant, and that food should be ready. They're pretty good over there too. So we are heading there now. Hi, perfect, thank you. All right, order was ready, sitting on the table just as I had expected. Customer is 10 minutes, 3.3 miles, so we are heading there now. I did message the customer, as I always try to remember and do, which I think is also important too at night, to message them that you're on your way, especially if it's later at night, it's dark out, you're going on somebody's property. And sometimes I've had a handful of times where the customer has used the pinpoint option and has pinpointed their neighbor's house. Just a handful of times. It doesn't happen a whole lot, but you know, just imagine you're walking on to somebody else's property. And for that reason, I also always make sure to take my bag up to the customer's house too. So it kind of identifies who I'm with. Sometimes I have to use my GrubHub bag, even though I'm delivering with Ubereats. It's whatever keeps the food hot, but it kind of lets the person know, hey, I'm working here. And I also turn on my hazard hazards also when I get to the drop-off point, just to let everybody know, hey, I'm working. So I'm seen, you know, I want to make sure that I'm seen. I have my flashlight. I even have a beanie that has a light on it too. I don't use that as often as I use my flashlight, but that beanie is really awesome. It just makes sure that you're seen. And but I always have my flashlight and pepper spray with me. So let's go get this order dropped off and keep these wheels moving. All right, guys. All right, Vietnamese orders dropped off. It was a house, easy to find, and the customer left their light on, which was awesome. Now, in these instances, a lot of the times the customer will not leave their light on, even if you message them. It does happen, but thankfully they did. That's why I have that flashlight, because the pinpoint will drop me there. Usually, you know, the address is either above the garage or by the front door. You don't want to blind anybody. You don't want to shine the light into any windows, but usually I can find it just from my car, you know, rather than getting out and walking around. So the next customer is actually right in the same neighborhood, right around the corner. It says 1 minute, 0.3 miles, but from the look of it, it looks like they're just right around the corner. So let's go get the other order dropped off. Hi there, how's it going? All right, there you guys are.
Thank you.
Have a good night. Thank you. All right, the last orders dropped off, and it was leave at door, but the customer was outside waiting. They must have been waiting for me or following me, but they were outside waiting for their order. So I did hand it to them. It is a leave at door. So what I do is I will go into the take photo, which I can't because he has it now. I'm gonna go ahead and click on take photo down below, and I don't have a photo to give because the customer has it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and type in handed to customer, and then I will submit it, and we're gonna find our next offer. I need to get out of this neighborhood because I don't got good service, and GrubHub, I tried turning it on and the wheel's just spinning. So yeah, I have one bar. So, all right, I'm gonna head back to my area, and we're gonna find another one. So on the way back to my area where all of the restaurants are, I had to decline 2 offers. The first one was 5.1 miles for $5.02. Absolutely not. And that was for Ubereats. And then right after that, I got an offer from DoorDash. Now this one, when you see an offer pull up and it is a lot of green on the screen, I'm just like, where the heck is this at? It was for 11.9 miles for $17.25. The miles, that is way too high. The pay is reasonable if the miles were lower, but that green patch, I'm like, that looks like in the middle of nowhere. I don't want to be going out to some country road where there's a single house sitting in the middle. Those can be really hard to find. I don't even want to go there. So that is an automatic decline. So I held out, and I finally got an offer right after that, another DoorDash offer for $15, 4.9 miles for Noodles and Company. And I'm here right now. It is 2 orders that I have to pick up. I like that both orders are here. So I'm going to go in and grab this order. It should be ready. Also, it's 8:30 at night. Typically I start shutting it down depending if, you know, the offers are coming in or not. Curious to know if you guys deliver at night, and if you do, how late do you guys stay out? Do you guys stay out later on the weekends, or weekdays you stay out till 9? Let me know if you guys do late night deliveries. I am gonna go into Noodles and Company and get this order so we can get it dropped off, or these orders and get it dropped off. All right.
Delivery?
Yeah, I have 2 pickups for DoorDash, Chris M and Jeffrey S.
Okay, I have Chris ready, and Jeffrey only has 1 thing.
Okay, cool. Awesome, thank you. I'm gonna run this out in the car and I'll be right back. Did you guys have stickers for your bags? Or a stapler?
I could do 3 bar stapler.
Awesome.
Stickers, like, are useless.
Oh, okay, cool, thanks. Jeffrey's order for DoorDash? Perfect. Thank you so much. So out of 2 of the orders, one of them was ready and sitting on the counter. So I got that one. I noticed that the bag wasn't sealed. I like my bag sealed because if they forgot to put something in the bag, I don't want the customer to think that I have it. And I just think it's a good idea to seal the bag. So I asked him if he had one of the stickers. I guess they don't like using them. He had a stapler, so he let me use the stapler to staple up the bag, and I told him I'd be back in for the second order. So I kind of watched him from the car, and then I seen him stick another order on the counter, went in there, and sure enough, it was mine. So I got both orders. We are gonna head to the customer. The first one's a house. We're getting lucky here. We're getting lucky. So customer is 5 minutes, 1.7 miles. We are gonna head there now. Hi there, how's it going?
Good, thank you.
Have a good night. Thanks, bye-bye. All right, first order's dropped off. It was a hand it to me, and the customer, just like a previous one, was already ready for me. She was at the door, so I gave her her order. Next drop off is 5 minutes, 1.8 miles, and we are heading there now. So the last Noodles & Company order is dropped off. It was another leave at door. Easy to find, and they left the porch light on for me. We're rolling tonight. I've only had to do one apartment tonight so far. Customer wanted me to give a little knock on the window. There was like a place to set the bag, so I gave a little knock and took the photo. So for both offers, the original offer for them was $15, and the grand total for these 2 orders was $19, which is awesome. And there is $2 peak pay, so that was included as well. On the way to drop off, I of course had to decline a few offers and held out for a reasonable order. So I ended up getting a Subway offer, 3.8 miles for $8.75. So we are heading there now. It's actually right around the corner. Hopefully it'll be ready and sitting on the shelf for us.
Are you here for the lunch?
Yeah, for DoorDash for Ariel S.
Right here.
Awesome. How come you guys are keeping them behind the counter now?
Just because I think people were starting to take them. So
Oh,
it's easier to verify.
that makes sense. Cool. Thank you. Oh, okay, there's a drink. Perfect. Thank you. You too. So the order was not sitting on the shelf that I'm used to. And I know the last few times that I picked up from here, I've had to go get the order from them behind the counter. And I just thought maybe they just got done making it. So I asked them, are you guys keeping them behind the counter? It sounds like people were taking the orders off of the shelf that probably weren't supposed to. So now they're having to verify the orders, which I'm not surprised. You know, I've had times where I go to pick up an order and they tell me somebody else has already picked it up. A driver or maybe somebody else picked it up and it got rerouted to another driver. Anyways, I got the order. We're heading to the customer now. 8 minutes, 3.2 miles. All right, Subway order is dropped off. Now the pinpoint for this customer's location, and it was a house, was kind of off. So one house that I thought it possibly could be was dark as can be, and the other house had a porch light on, but I couldn't see an address anywhere, and the mailbox didn't look like it had an address on it. So I went to the dark house next door, and I couldn't see an address on the house either, but I seen the mailbox right by the house and confirmed that it was not the house. So I was like, has to be the house with the porch light on. So I kind of pulled up into the driveway and my headlights caught their address. So it was their house. Typically, if I can't find an address on a house, sometimes I can verify by the mailbox that's by the house, or sometimes the numbers are spray painted on the curb by the house. So those are kind of 3 options to confirm the address. Sometimes, like in this situation, like I said, if you can kind of pull up in the driveway, sometimes you'll catch it with your lights. There are times where it's really dark and I have, you know, shine my light out of the car to see, to verify the address. So as long as you're not shining at any windows, I try to be very mindful when I do that. So the base pay for this order was $2.75. There is the peak pay, which is $2, and the customer tipped $4, making the grand total $8.75. $0.75. So I am going to call it a night. I appreciate you guys riding along as always, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye, guys.